Good morning again. So, our next topic for today is picture composition. See here, the word is picture. So, that means we have some kind of picture here. And then composition. Composition is putting something into words, composing something. So, here, what are we dealing with? A picture and putting that picture in words, expressing that picture in words, because every picture tells us a story. So, composition can be in the form of a paragraph, single paragraph, or it can be made of many paragraphs. So, here we are dealing with a picture and then composing it into a paragraph. So, when a story, a factual description, or detailed account of any incident or happening is written with the help of a picture, it is known as picture composition. So, here you can see there are so many pictures. Just observe them carefully. See what each picture is trying to tell us. And if you notice it very carefully, if you observe it very carefully, you can see that each of this picture is telling us something. There is so much to talk about in this picture. We just see pictures. We are interested in seeing what that picture is about, who all are in that picture, and just we leave it. But just give it some time. Try to see what the picture is trying to tell us, what all can we observe, how much observing power we have. So a person who has got good imagination can write so much about the picture. And before writing a picture composition, simply picture composition is writing something about a picture. When we see some picture and we have to write something about the picture, and that makes our picture composition. Writing a paragraph about that picture, composing it into a paragraph, so that becomes a picture composition for us. Pictures stimulate our thoughts. So remember this. From now on, when you see a picture, you should remember that it's not just a it's not mere a picture, it's not merely a picture, it's not just a picture. They can stimulate our thoughts, they can make our thought make our mind think about so many things about that picture, and motivate us to express our views and ideas on what we see. So try to see that picture, try to visualize it, and try to observe as many things about that picture as possible, because it motivates us to express our views and ideas on what we see. So picture composition generally develops the skill of observation in students and enhances their ability to analyze a given picture and write about it. So, when you try to write a picture composition, what should you always keep in mind? How to write a picture composition? It's simply a picture, it's simply a writing or piece of writing that involves writing sentences based on a given picture. So, unless and until you don't observe that picture very carefully, you will not be able to write it beautifully. It would be just a small piece of writing. So it involves writing sentences based on a given picture. So you are given a picture, so you are told write some few sentences about the picture. So you just whatever you see superficially, you just go about it. It's not like that. You have to observe the picture very carefully, and then there are ways of writing it. There are different ways of writing it, which I'll be discussing here also. So a picture composition involves writing sentences based on a given picture. So you are given a picture and you are told to write some sentences about that. A picture composition requires the writer, see this is very important, requires the writer to carefully observe the given picture and describe it in the form of a composition having meaningful sentences. So you are given a picture, you are shown a picture on which you have to write something in the form of a composition having meaningful sentences. Now, steps to write a picture composition, or how to write a picture composition. So remember, first is carefully observe the picture. So you should study the given picture carefully. That is the first part, and that is the most important part. Take time to observe the picture. Don't just have a passing look at that. Try to observe the picture very carefully, observing very minute details about the picture, and then observe the things or actions you can see. Note down your observations. After you observe the picture, first make a rough note of your observations but in proper sequence or logical order. So, first carefully observe the picture, observe the things, whatever things you can see in the picture, try to observe them and try to think about what these things or what these persons may be doing in the picture. So note down your observations, whatever you see, whatever the picture contains, note down your observations as points in a logical order, in proper sequence. And then invoke your thought process. Imagine the scene and try to frame sentences. Next is select a suitable, after you have observed the picture very carefully, select a suitable title based on the imaginary theme. So whatever theme you want to give to the picture, it can be a picnic theme, it can be a football theme, it can be anything. So imagine the theme, what the picture is trying to tell you, what the picture is showing you, what you have observed from the picture, and then give it a suitable title based on the imaginary theme you have made from the for the picture. Now write the title at the top of the paragraph as a heading. This is how you have to go about writing a picture composition. So first and foremost is carefully observe the picture, then make notes of that, sort of rough notes, and then frame sentences out of those observations or the notes you have put down. And to excel in picture composition, again I'm impressing on it, you should study the given picture carefully. Try to correlate all that is depicted in the picture, like go in a proper logical order. The story should essentially be related to the given picture, and it should speak about the picture only, not your uh, things you are borrowing from somewhere else. No, that the words, the sentences should be related perfectly to the picture. Try to guess what had imagined. Imagine the scene. Okay. Try to guess what had happened, what the characters could have thought, said, or done. Now add details and complete the story so that it is interesting and conveys a message to the readers. So this is how you can write a picture composition. Now this is just an example of how to write a picture composition. What can you see here? Yes, you can, this is a sunrise, so this is what you have got in your mind. And then observe other things minutely in the picture. What all can you see? It's not that you can see just water and sun. Try to go into minute, smaller details of the picture. Try to write everything about it, and first give it a title. So what can that title be? It can be a beautiful sunrise. Okay, you have given a title to this. Now, how to go about rest of the paragraph or composition? Begin the paragraph a little away from the margin. Of course, this is the first norm of writing. The margin, like for example, it starts here, so you have to start, keep some space there, like you keep everywhere. So you can start from here. This is the margin here. Begin this paragraph a little away from the margin. Write all the sentences in the paragraph following a logical sequence or order. So whatever you see in the picture, put them into sentences, but in proper sequence. Do not write individual sentences. Yes, you are writing a paragraph here. Do not write separate sentences. You are not making a list out of this picture. That list can be a separate observation, a rough observation, but when you actually get down to write it, it should come out in a paragraph. It should not be in separate sentences, like you are writing point one, point two, second point, third point. Don't write it like that. Write it in a paragraph. Try to incorporate all your observations in the paragraph. So whatever you have observed, try to incorporate them in the paragraph. Always remember to frame the sentences in present tense. This is also something very important. Always, this is not a story we write in mostly in past tense, but when we are writing the picture composition, we are seeing the picture, what all is there. See, is present tense, so I'm using is there. So you have to you write whatever you see in the picture in the present tense. Like this is this picture is depicting a sunrise. Is, again I'm writing, there is water, there is sun, there are so many things. So always write it in present tense. And remember, keen observation is the key to write a picture composition. Now, writing a picture composition. See, what can you see in this picture? Try to observe this. Yes, this can be a picnic scene. Now, what else do you see? Behind the scenes, what do we see? We see clouds, we see trees, we see children. And how many children do we see? What are these children doing? What can these children be thinking about? Imagine all these things and observe each and everything. There is an adult also. There is a there, apart from children, there is one more person. What is he doing? What are the children doing? What have they laid on the ground? What are they taking out of that basket? So you have to observe everything keenly. Where are the children? Some of them are near the mat, some of them are coming out of a tent, some of them are, one of them is with the person who is cooking something. One can be seen hiding behind the bushes, like this child, he looks as if he's hiding. This is the adult person. This boy is keenly watching this person. So observe each and everything. There is a mat on which are some things, and the maybe children are waiting for this person to cook something for them. So this is everything you have to observe. Now whatever you have observed, note them down. What all observations you have made. Like, think about the theme first. Okay, this is a picnic scene. Now what can you see there? We can see two trees, we can see some plants, we can see green grass all around, we can see eight children, total of 8 children. We can see a chef, we can see a boy watching the chef, we can see mats, we can see basket in which near the basket there is jug, plate and glass, clouds, a boy hiding also. So these are the observations we have made out of this picture. Now try to give it a title, whatever title you want to give to this picture. So that title can be picnic or picnic scene, anything, whatever you think suits the picture. Now try to write about the picture and try to use those observations, frame sentences out of those observations. Like here I have done it. Children are out for a picnic. See the present tense also. It is a beautiful place. There are 2 coconut trees and a few plants. Lush green grass is all around. There are 7 children enjoying themselves and one is hiding somewhere. There is a chef cooking for them and a boy is learning how to cook. Most probably, this is your imagination. It cannot be true. He must be just waiting for food and all. But whatever you observe, You can note that down. It is for your imagination to work whatever things you want to put in that. There's a chef cooking for them, and a boy is learning how to cook. They have put a big tent for themselves. A mat is spread out with a basket, glass, plate, and a jug on it. Clouds are also there in the sky. Children are eagerly waiting to eat. One boy is hiding behind the plants. I think the children are having a lovely time. So, again, this is your observation. Rest is whatever you see in the picture. So, whatever you see in the picture, and throw some your beautiful imagination and work on this picture composition. So, that was it, children. Now, this is your task. See, there is a picture for you. Try to think what this picture is trying to tell you. I have given you some clues like climb a tree, kick a ball. So, some clues are there. You can use your own observations, note down your observations, and then frame sentences out of those observations. So, this is going to be your task. And remember, imagination and observation also is the key to become a successful writer. And who knows, we can have some talented writers listening to me right now from class 6A and 6B of APS Srinagar. So, who knows? So, use your imagination, use your observation, and use your pen power and vocabulary, beautiful vocabulary. If you are interested in becoming a writer, if you love writing, then who knows, we can have some very good author in future, and will be proud of that student. So that was all. Bye for now. Hope you enjoyed this session. Have a good day and stay safe, children.